because we were waiting for a sound check guy to show up, and he was waiting for us to play. So
That makes sense.
there we go. Second movement, all repeats. Stealth communication.
All repeats.
Ready? We need to play an extra 10 minutes. Oh, is that what he said? Wow. Okay, we've got it. We got it, yeah. What time is it now? It's already quarter till.
Should we skip this part?
And we only did 2 pieces, and that's 15 minutes. We're in good shape. We have options.
Wow.
Sure.
Brandenburg number 5, first movement. There aren't any repeats, correct?
No repeats.
Rushing on my boat. Sorry, guys. I gotta run. It's really,
and it repeats.
Coffee substitute of some sort. Yeah. I don't see it at all. All right. Stop soon.
I didn't think we bought Newsflash anymore. I guess so.
There is black dots on the page. How many more flashes?
She's got a big one too.
Wow. What time is it?
Getting close to 9.
Yeah, they are late starting. Can anybody understand what they're saying over the?
I think he's doing testing.
Yeah,
But it was hard to.
I know some notes I was like,
Yeah.
wow, it's really, it's getting up there.
You never would have seen plastic water bottles
back to the Largamente as many times as it takes. She'll give me a single signal. We jump to the molto maestoso at the beginning of the coda. Okay? Okay. She's ready for us.
They're hooping for us.
Yep, she's ready.
Good morning, and welcome to Eastern Kentucky University's Spring 2014 Commencement Exercises. This morning, we honored degree candidates in the College of Business and Technology and the College of Education. Please rise for the presentation of the national colors and join Cheyenne Jennings in the singing of our national anthem. And remain standing as the university singers, under the direction of Dr. Richard Waters, perform My Old Kentucky Home.
Color guard, halt. Present, colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The sun shines bright on the old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the people are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the blow, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by hard times comes a-knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my
Pose. Colors. Ready. Pose. Colors. Present. Arm. Order. Arm. About. Face. Forward. March.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the 12th President of Eastern Kentucky University, Dr. Michael Benson.
Good morning. Parents, families, friends, and members of the Board of Regents, distinguished guests, faculty, and staff, thank you for joining us today to celebrate with our spring graduates this milestone in their lives. In all three ceremonies combined today, we will formally confer 1,977 bachelor's degrees, 499 master's degrees, 122 associate degrees, 20 specialist degrees, and 3 doctoral degrees for a total of 2,621 degrees. This morning's graduates include many who have achieved academic distinction. We're proud of all those who are graduating with honors, but I want to recognize at this time 3 groups in particular. If you would, please hold your applause until all 3 groups have been recognized. Would all those who are graduating this morning from our nationally prominent honors program as honor scholars please stand and remain standing? Would all those who are graduating summa cum laude with a 3.9 GPA or higher please stand and remain standing? Now would all those graduates who are members of EKU's highest multidisciplinary honor society, Phi Kappa Phi, also stand? Let us honor these 3 groups of outstanding student scholars. Of course, we extend congratulations to all others who are graduating with honors this morning. Please be seated. Throughout her 108-year history, Eastern Kentucky University has been known as a school of opportunity. And we will always be proud of that distinction. I am particularly pleased to acknowledge this morning the many first-generation college graduates who are earning a degree. This means that neither their parents nor anyone in an earlier generation was a college graduate. With all the candidates for degrees who are the first generation in their families to earn a college degree, please stand. Thank you very much. Commencement is also the time we recognize the many others who have contributed to the success of these candidates with resources, encouragement, occasional cajoling, love, and understanding. Now I ask the following to stand as you are presented and remain standing so that we may welcome and honor you as a group. Will parents of the candidates for graduation please stand? Will spouses of the candidates please stand? Will children and other family members please stand? And possibly the most proud group, how about the grandparents? Will the grandparents please stand? I want to tell the graduates what you achieved today was not accomplished in a vacuum. And I would like you to now recognize all those faculty and staff who have instructed and served these candidates. And please, all faculty and staff, please stand and be recognized. Now, degree candidates, please join me in showing your appreciation for these very important people in your lives with a generous round of applause. I would now like to recognize some very special individuals here on the platform, members of the university's Board of Regents who have joined us this morning. Will each regent please stand when presented and remain standing? Craig Turner, Chair of the Board from Lexington. Ernie House, Vice Chair of the Board from London. Alan Long from Richmond. Faculty Regent Dr. Amy Thiem from Berea. And Student Regent Sarah Carpenter, also from Berea. Please join me in greeting these members of the Board of Regents and expressing to them our appreciation for their dedicated service. Dr. Louis Wachtel, Acting Vice President for Student Success, will now introduce our student speaker. Dr. Wachtel.
Each semester, a member of the graduating class is selected for the honor of presenting a student commencement address. This morning, that honor belongs to Linda Lindsay Page Sizemore. Corbin, who's graduating magna cum laude with a bachelor's degree in communication disorders and sciences. Sharing in Linda Lindsay's very special day are her parents, Billy and Rhonda Sizemore, grandparents Eileen Sizemore and Ike and Betty Whitaker, siblings Dalton, Megan, and Cameron Sizemore, and many other family members. I know they are all very proud of Linda Lindsay, as are we. It is now my pleasure and privilege to introduce the student speaker for this morning's commencement program, Linda Lindsay Page Sizemore.
President Benson, members of the Board of Regents, other distinguished guests, faculty and staff, friends and family, and of course, my fellow graduates, good morning. I am so honored to have the opportunity to speak before you all today and represent one of the many voices of this 2014 graduating class. As the Chinese proverb goes, it takes a village to raise a child, and for all of us sitting here, it certainly has. I reflect upon all those who have supported us physically, emotionally, and financially over the years. For some, those bases of support identify as parents or guardians, friends or family, professors or advisors, and/or significant others. And I know today is as much a victory for them as it is for us. However, the one basis of support that remains a constant to us all is now our alma mater, none other than Eastern Kentucky University. As I think upon all the similes and metaphors that graduation inspires, from chapters and books to highways and paths, I can't help but consider my own metaphor for the symbolism of graduation. I believe the best way to look at graduation is from the view of one of my favorite things, a seashell. Listen to what Oliver Wendell Holmes said in his poem, The Chambered Nautilus. Build thee more stately mansions, O my soul, as the swift seasons roll. Leave thy low vaulted past, let each new temple, noble than the last, shut thee from heaven with the dome more vast, till that at length are free, leaving thine outgrown shell by life's unresting sea. In this poem, Holmes is referring to the growth of a chambered nautilus. As the creature within the shell grows, it outgrows one section or chamber and builds another, slightly larger, resting on and supported by the former. In other words, its platform and strength comes from its past, even though it is evolving into something new and larger than it once was. As the nautilus moves forward into each new chamber, it can never go back to the previous one. The symbolism of the chambered nautilus represents our lifelong capacity to grow as human beings, to be always acknowledging and learning from and leaving behind the mistakes, the failings, and the smallness of our past. By seeking day by day, choice by choice, to do the right thing, the mature thing, the loving thing, and the broadening thing, our inner life and horizons expand, and we can never, ever go back to the narrowness of our old perspectives. As I meditate on this truth, the most meaningful thing I have learned during my time at EKU and my greatest strengths and biggest skills have nothing to do with what I've learned in the classroom, but everything to do with the time I've spent trying to live, survive, and enjoy life while striving to obtain this undergraduate degree. The growth and wisdom I have gained at EKU cannot be measured by a single standardized test or a grade point average, but can only be measured by this colonel's heart. And it's my sincerest wish that all of my fellow graduates have and continue to feel the true power of maroon. I can see how my very own shell has evolved over my years at Eastern, but I also realize I only grew during times I faced adversity. 2 months before I arrived at Eastern, I lost one of my best friends in a tragic plane crash. The first 2 weeks here, I cried every night, but conveniently, I was blessed with having the perfect people walk into my life. 6 months later, my dad suffered a heart attack. And again, those people who I affectionately call sisters helped divide my pain. And when I was accepted into the communication disorders program that March, my friends multiplied my joys. Having spent the last 2 years of my life at Eastern with my communication disorders family, I realized the blessings of having a career and a passion align. And I truly realize and appreciate my blessings in attending Eastern Kentucky University. Each of us have our different stories, experiences, and hardships that have helped shape our shells. We have evolved at different rates and will continue to progress in our own time. But at this moment, we are all on the same page, closing a chamber in our hearts and lives. I stand before you and acknowledge your personal journey, your growth, and the strength you've acquired from your past and your time at EKU. The life skills you have acquired will prepare you to take, accept, and embrace those challenges. But for now, it's time to move forward, to start a new chamber of our lives. What does your next chamber look like? Does it start with your first job, the birth of a child, a marriage, a year off, or graduate school? I do know this: we will face adversity, and life will throw a lot at us. However, we can only face it head on, and we can only continue to move forward. Whatever your next chamber happens to look like, I know your Eastern Chamber has prepared each of you to leave your own special mark on this world. Finally, I would like to wish you, my fellow graduates, health and happiness in the future, and the satisfaction of knowing whatever you do, you will do it well. After all, you are graduates of Eastern Kentucky University, and that is just another name for the College of Excellence. Thank you.
Linda Lindsay, thank you very much. Each year, each academic college, the Office of Student Affairs, and the International Alumni Association nominate individuals for the President's Outstanding Senior Award. This award is based on scholarship, leadership, and service to both the campus and community. Each recipient receives a well-deserved plaque and a $1,000 stipend. We were richly blessed this year with some outstanding candidates for this prestigious award, but none more deserving than Holly Babot Talby of Lexington, who has clearly excelled in the areas of scholarship, service, and leadership. Holly, who is graduating with the College of Health Sciences, will be recognized this afternoon at 1:30. As most of you know, I am concluding my first year as president of Eastern Kentucky University. And indeed, it has been a fantastic year, thanks to the incredible people associated with EKU, a place and a people that I have come to deeply appreciate. The famed medieval theologian and philosopher, St. Bonaventure, once said, "Seek the company of good people. If you share their company, you will also share their virtue." I have said from the start that human capital is the university's greatest asset, and I am blessed beyond imagination to be surrounded by really, really good people on a daily basis at Eastern Kentucky University. One example is our keynote speaker for the ceremony, Craig Turner, Chair of the Board of Regents. Mr. Turner's family roots run deep at EKU. When he crossed this very commencement stage in 1975, Mr. Turner was following the footsteps of both of his educator parents, Floyd County natives who later moved to Michigan. His wife, Madonna, who grew up in Pikeville, also earned a degree from Eastern. But when he joined the EKU Board of Regents in 2006 and became its chair last year, Mr. Turner wasn't looking back. Mindful and appreciative of Eastern's rich heritage, but not bound by it, Mr. Turner has helped us to reimagine an even brighter future for our university. A bold vision for change coupled with a commitment to greater financial self-sufficiency. I came to know Mr. Turner well when he chaired the Presidential Search and Screening Committee that selected me last year to be Eastern's 12th president. And his far-sighted leadership excited me beyond the tremendous possibilities here. I saw for myself the traits that have made him such a successful entrepreneur and businessman. Number one, he welcomes and embraces necessary change. And number two, he's not afraid to take risks. That explains how this 1975 political science graduate left behind a career in public service and industrial development in the mid-1990s to launch MedPro Safety Products, a firm that manufactures and distributes medical devices to protect both healthcare worker and patient. Mr. Turner is also the founder and CEO of CRM Companies, a commercial real estate development company. Just as he had done so many times in his own career, Mr. Turner believes Eastern must keep reinventing itself to stay on top of its game, and that's what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce Craig Turner, one of our most distinguished graduates, highly successful entrepreneur and businessman, and a visionary leader who loves his alma mater and wants nothing but the best for her. Please give a warm colonel welcome to the chair of our Board of Regents, Mr. Craig Turner.
Well, good morning. You know, I've referred to this week as Triple Crown Week. Last Saturday we had the Kentucky Derby. Today we have graduation, and tomorrow is Mother's Day. So if there's anything important I say to you graduates, make sure you do not forget Mother's Day tomorrow. Actually, don't ever forget them. For most of you, this will be the first time you've attended a college graduation ceremony. But there are a few other firsts that I'd like to make you aware of. I believe this is the first time in the history of Eastern that the chairman of the Board of Regents has delivered the commencement address. I hope that this won't be the last. The second one is, it's the first time the entire University Board of Regents went to the House and Senate during this legislative session to lobby on behalf of the university. Many of you, you will be a first-generation graduate. This is your first day outside the college life. Make the most of it. The president playing dodgeball with the students was a first, and he's still alive. And President Benson was the first EKU president to take a selfie. So I will do my best to be the first to keep your attention during a commencement address. So let me share a story with you. In August of 1971, a young man from outside Detroit, Michigan, stepped onto the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. He had Kentucky ties, and both of his parents were college Eastern grads. When he arrived, he had no idea what lied ahead. He was an accomplished high school athlete who had received scholarship offers from Eastern and other major universities, as well as consideration to the Air Force Academy. The young man agonized for months about his college selection, but truthfully, he was more concerned about playing basketball than academics. He ultimately decided on Eastern because it was 5.5 hours from his hometown in Michigan. This choice would allow his father, the person who taught him to play, and his unofficial coach to come and see and drive down and watch him. He made the right choice because it was clear from the first basketball practice that the 1971-72 EKU team was very good. They eventually went on to the NCAA tournament just as this year's team did. This young man also planned to follow in his father's footsteps by becoming a second lieutenant upon graduation and entering the military. The young man practiced hard. He was eagerly looking forward to the start of basketball season, and the team was given time off during the Thanksgiving holidays, so he drove home. On Thanksgiving Day, as his mother was putting the turkey in the oven, he told her he was going to take a 30-minute ride on his motorcycle. During the ride, an oncoming car ran a red light, and in an instant, this man's plans for life were altered. He survived the accident and returned to Eastern after spending weeks in the hospital and recovering at home. It's hard to play basketball on crutches and in a leg cast from your toes to your chest. He missed his first season and struggled physically thereafter, so on to the sidelines he went. The young man in this story is in fact me. My freshman year at Eastern would forever change my life. The injuries I sustained significantly and permanently reduced the motion in my foot, thus limiting my basketball playing time, but it also prevented me from passing my military physical exam. My dreams of being a star basketball player and a military officer disappeared in a puff of smoke. What to do? Sometimes in life, events and circumstances beyond your control force you to walk away from dreams and play the cards you are dealt. That was not easy at age 18. However, I assure you from personal experience that you will appreciate life's successes much more if you have been forced to adapt and overcome obstacles you never created nor caused. Each of us deals with success and failures as well as problems in different ways. Lou Holtz was a famous football coach. He once said, "Don't ever tell your problems to anyone. 20% don't care and the other 80% are glad you have them." But while at Eastern, I met a young lady from Millard, Kentucky, who has now been my wife for almost 39 years. She carried my books to class when I was on crutches and has continued to support me and be by my side, listening and supporting and cheering me on. And yes, I will have to say, always giving me advice. I hope that you too have found lifelong friends and mentors during your time here at Eastern. Wikipedia defines family as a group of people affiliated by birth, by marriage, or sharing a home, an association of people who share common beliefs and activities. You are a member of the EKU family. some of you longer than others, but your time here likely includes your own experiences of excitement, despair, anticipation, disappointment, and satisfaction. These are all things that families experience. But what did you learn from them, and how are you going to use these experiences to your future advantage? You've had a lot of guidance while you've been here at Eastern, from your parents to family members to professors, coaches, classmates who know a lot more than you do about math, science, and history, or even in some cases, your bartender. Your college life began 4, 5, 6, or maybe more years ago, but unless you plan to pursue an advanced degree, your college life will end. The important thing is not how long your college life lasts, but how you lived it and what you learned from it. I hope that in addition to the academic knowledge that you gained, you've also gained some very valuable life lessons. But what will you do now? Will you be a person that lives your life for someone else and strives to meet their expectations? Or will you be someone who follows your dreams and seeks a future that brings fulfillment and happiness to you? The happiest people don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just make the best of everything that comes their way. As chairman, my vision is to build upon Eastern's strong tradition, to respect its heritage, to help guide the university as it adapts to changes to meet the present and future students. This vision centers around you, the students. I will never get to meet or get to know most of you, but I do understand that each decision that the Board of Regents makes will directly impact you and the students that follow in your footsteps. The university has an obligation to continuously strive to do better and to assess what we do, why we do it, and whether it makes a difference for you, the students. The world is changing. We must anticipate and adapt to the future trends and needs. Our goal is to ensure that you receive a quality education that's affordable and will prepare you for the right tools to enter the workplace or continue your education. Well, what will the Eastern campus look like in the future? We just need to make sure that the campus life remains an important part of college life. Well, will we delight or disappoint our future students? The future will tell. However, I envision a campus that is fully integrated with the latest technologies, showcasing new housing, creating a more urban, mixed-use environment while preserving our Southern culture. I see us capitalizing on the aspects of public-private partnerships, becoming financially self-sufficient and relying less and less on the ever-diminishing state funding. We must build modern facilities, updated facilities, re-energize the Student Center, create additional green space, and continue to recruit talented and visionary faculty and staff. We must do all of this while striving to meet the needs of the students academically, financially, and socially. We must change with the times. Kentuckian Whitney Young Jr., former executive director of the National Urban League, was a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Honor. I find his words defining. Change has a considerable impact on the human mind. To the fearful, change is threatening because it means that things may get worse. To the hopeful, change is encouraging because things may get better. But to the confident, remember, the confident, change is inspiring because the challenge exists to make things better. So I challenge you, the class of 2014, to leave Eastern and go change the world and make it a better place. I challenge the faculty and staff of Eastern to embrace the future with confidence. You are the best and the brightest, and you can make a difference and ensure that Eastern remains vibrant. We cannot do this without you. Your words and actions can set you apart from the crowd. Don't forget Eastern, your friends and faculty that made a difference in your life. Remember, we are family. Many of you are sitting out there today wondering if you will ever fulfill your dreams, while candidly I stand up here never imagining that one day I would realize my own. Your parents have dreamed of this day, as have you. For me, being chairman of the Board of Regents is one of the highest honors and greatest responsibilities ever bestowed upon me. It's time-consuming, challenging, fun, requires me to make some tough and sometimes unpopular decisions. But I've tried to keep you, the students, central to my goals of the university. I've been extremely fortunate to have a variety of rewarding experiences in my professional and personal life. But I've learned that there's nothing more important than family, and I do consider all of you part of the family. You may not leave here a perfect individual, but you will definitely leave here different from the person you were when you arrived. Just look at me. Here I am, some 43 years later, with a lot less hair, serving as the chairman of the Board of Regents. Who could have imagined it? Not me, not even my parents, not my friends. I assure you, not my professors. You know, I started out in life with a goal to make money. I eventually realized that what's really important is to make a difference and love what you do. It's much more satisfying and it lasts a lot longer than making decisions about monetary outcomes. As my daughters were growing up, I constantly reminded them of two things. If you're not the lead dog, the scenery's always the same. And you can't climb the ladder of success with frozen feet. Time is a very precious thing. Make the most of every single day. I believe many of you will have an opportunity to make a profound difference in the world. You are the future, so buckle up, enjoy the ride. Mine's been a whirlwind. And in the end, it's not going to matter how many breaths you took, but how many moments took your breath away. To each of you, congratulations and best of luck. Your families are extremely proud of you. You cannot imagine their sense of relief and experience of you graduating. So my final words are, this may be the most opportune time to go ask them for money. Please make us proud, and thank you very much.
Provost Dr. Jana Weiss will now proceed with the formal conferring of degrees on our graduates.
President Benson, the deans of the colleges will now join me in presenting the candidates for the graduate and the undergraduate degrees. Dean Robert Rogow will present candidates for undergraduate and graduate degrees from the College of Business and Technology.
Will the candidates for undergraduate and graduate degrees in the College of Business and Technology please stand and remain standing? President Benson, these candidates have been approved by the faculty, and I present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Dean Verna Lowe will present candidates for undergraduate and graduate degrees from the College of Education.
Will the candidates for undergraduate and graduate degrees in the College of Education please stand and remain standing? President Benson, these candidates have been approved by the faculty, and I present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
President Benson, the candidates, the deans and I present to you today for the conferring of the degrees.
Candidates, the long-anticipated hour has come. You are here with family and loved ones looking on. The faculty and officers of the university are gathered in witness and testimony to your conduct and purpose. Therefore, by virtue of the authority granted me by the Board of Regents of Eastern Kentucky University, and with the faculty's recommendation, it is now my pleasure to confer upon each of you the appropriate degree, and do hereby vest each of you with the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. Your diploma confirmed and acknowledged by the Great Seal of the university. Please be seated.
Mr. Stephen Higginbotham will now read the names of the graduates. This is both a solemn and joyous occasion. As names are called, I ask each of you to show the decorum the dignity of the occasion warrants. In this way, each graduate can receive the recognition he or she deserves. To the graduates, photos are being taken of you on the stage with the president. Therefore, we ask that you please refrain from taking your own photos. Thank you.
The Graduate School, the College of Education. Gregory Joseph Korick, Doctor of Education. Elizabeth Ann Crane, Doctor of Education. Master of Arts, Ashley S. Allen. Christy Powers. Keisha Darlene Smith. Connie M. Dirks. Holly Nicole Grider. Teresa Gail Hostler. Odessa Lee Isaac. Kayla L. Sargent. Master of Arts in Education, Rachel Catherine Beeler. Stephanie Catherine Bright. Shannon Nicole Brookman. Katrina D. Cloyd. Paige Lynn Cochran. Emily Ann Cornett. Ashley Renee Creech. Valora J. Cross. Kaylin E. Evans. Bianca Jade Carla Bargo. Julia Carolyn Gorman. Chelsea Brianne Hall. Melinda L. Ham. Emily Catherine Hankins. Amy Pearson Hensley. Hannah Lynn Hofstetter. Vanessa Ann Howard. Iris Mackenzie Isaacs. Jenna Lee Ivy. Patricia Marie Logsden. Sarah Lynn Markham. Christy Olivia Napier. Bianca E. C. Randall. Marietta Yvette Reese. Mariette Yvonne Reese. Diana Schaefer. Megan O. Shepard. Amy J. Tyler. Amanda K. Wheatley. Bernadette Leanne Woodjard. Adam G. Barnett. Pamela Ann Kavatikin. Emily M. Terry. Specialist in Education. Katina L. Brown. The Graduate School, College of Business and Technology. Master of Business Administration. Joseph Preston Carlson. Daniel A. Costanzo. Amber Rose Gray. Hun Ja Lei. Jacqueline Haley Moore. Emilio Piritz Fernandez.
First name is Ilsa.
Ilsa Maria Vander Viken. Bethany R. Warner. Emily Janet Montgomery. Jerry L. Yang. Master of Science. Susan Annette Doring. Laura Hopper. Betty Icunha, Joash Singai Orina, College of Business and Technology, Bachelor of Arts, Matthew Scott Hall, summa cum laude. Matthew H. Garner, Whitney Ruth Procell, summa cum laude. Candace Brooke Berry, Billy Spencer Holloway, Brian Wayne Dale Dykes, David E. Miller, Lacey Proctor, Andrew T. Stearman, cum laude. Curtis Lee King, Samuel Gray Mock, Ethan Harold Misla, Benjamin Chase Westrick, Stevie Renee Rowe, Rebecca Carol Monarch, Jessica Gail Stackhouse, Miranda Madeline Brown, Sierra Lynn Thorndale, Kendall Ann Johnson, magna cum laude. Kathleen Nicole Dawson, Ernie Lauren Braden, Benjamin Jameson Bothan, Sydney Page Darby, Megan Colleen Courtney, Alexandria Ray Rankin, magna cum laude. Chelsea Shea Hunt, magna cum laude. Erica Brianne Storms, Erin Elizabeth Crawford, magna cum laude. Shelby Lynn Turner, Jody Lynn Dawes, cum laude. Brianne L. Hirschfeld, Mariah Nicole Bergman, Alexandria K. Brown, Wesley James Robinson I, Deverin H. B. Muff, Kenneth Joshua Cook, Chastity Lynn Henderson, Chastity Lynette Henderson, Bianca L. Forbes, Courtney Nicole Hawkins. Tiffany Gail Hardin. Corinne Alexandra Britt. Lacina Beth Coyle. Sarah K. Danielle Thornton. Ivory Megan Collins, magna cum laude. Abby Christine Westerbeck. Brittany Miles Sheeks. Brittany Ann Nomady. Sarah Jane Hartman. Desiree Shanae Jackson. Amanda May Hubler, cum laude. Ashley Brooke Roby, magna cum laude. Robert Michael Munafo. Winston O'Neill Duncan. Joshua Tyler Piper. Zachary Lewis Stratton. Rebecca Ellen Meeks, magna cum laude. William Richard Nally. Xavier O'Neill Foster. Ricardo J. Lusko. Ikenna Lowson Araguzo. Cameron Michael Bailey. Donnie L. Markham Jr. Cassandra Ann Rogers. Bachelor of Business Administration. Marla K. Workman. Philip Michael Cooper, magna cum laude. Jordan Franklin Polston, cum laude. Matthew Jean Baker. Theodore William Robertson. Jacob Cameron Jenkins. Zachary Franklin May. Alexander Scott Harris. Parker Harrison Brandt. Mitchell Hunter Ensweiler. Darren Robert Harp, magna cum laude. Matthew Richard Dewell. Nyung Lee. Kendall Troy Borders. Vivian Matos Billings. Carmen Rodriguez, cum laude. Fabrice D. Bayeba. Kelly Nicole Grommeringer. Hannah Josephine Miller. Zachary Ryan Patton. Tanner Allen O'Hara. Langdon Garrett Barnes. Connor James Perry, cum laude. Rachel Nicole Tussey. Toravia Sablan Hill. Paul Michael Roth. Taylor Christian Kennel. Ryan Thomas Hagerman. Tyler Quinn Barber. Daniel Duncan Wetherill. Cody Ryan Dapkus. Nathan Andrew Eisenberg. Nicholas Adam Gray, cum laude. Justin Laron Bell. Shane Austin Sloan. Julie Anne Marie Warders, summa cum laude. Jessica R. Smith, cum laude. Tracy Lynn Martin. Caitlin Marie Miles. Andrew Scott Owen. Andrew B. Gill. Stuart Alexander Witt. Lauren Marissa Font. Janelle Lynn Coates, cum laude. Richard Rodriguez. Nicholas Culbertson. Justin Matthew Vidito. James Wesley Jarrell. Billy Ray Van Jr. Kyle Matthew Fitzpatrick. Alex Paul Utter. Katie Marie Belt. Michael Scott Conder. Jonathan Sawyer Ryle. Sean Kenneth Glassford. Joseph Dylan Hughes. Alex Michael Mayer. Jerry Alexander Mullins. George Michael Frederick. Sammy Ahmed Faraj. Jeremy Colin Karsnitz. Ian Russell Hopkins, magna cum laude. Paige Leanne Fedor. Morgan Caitlin Hughes. Tyler M. Rourke, summa cum laude. Rolanda J. Thompson Rowe. Hannah Lee Moberly. Lindsay Nicole Warren. Alyssa Morgan Roberts. Emily Lauren Hunsaker. Talia Faye Gantz. Amelia Rachel Frazier. Amanda Marie Kopis. Bianca Rose Robles. Katerina Iris Dickey. Cameron Lee Turner, magna cum laude. Tasha Leanne Blackburn. Anna Michelle Kaufman. Benjamin Lloyd Slater. Shelby Nicole Howell, summa cum laude. Jacob Donald Carberry, cum laude. Kayla Mache Horn. Whitney Biddle Tuttle. Jill Renee Adams. Emily Nicole Jackson. Whitney Ann Winburn. Melissa Dale Rowe, cum laude. Shilpa Raghumani Thadiangada. Sierra Brooke Decker. Christian David Stein, cum laude. Ryan William Longsworth. Nan Zhang. Sharon Michelle Winstead. Al-Fawad. Sarah Muhammad Al-Fawad. Deanna Marie Sauder. Chaza Botros Awad, cum laude. Kara Wing Yoon Lam. Derek Brandon Sparks. Claire Alexandra Holsapple. Janelle Anna Whiteman. Sharav Shrestha. Mishari Nasser Al-Sanad. Sahid Abdullah Al-Dosari. Turkey Nasser Al-Sanad. Bachelor of Science, Herbert Russell Webb. Caitlin Tess Culver. Lee Andrew Park. Kenneth Lawrence Barker. Benjamin William Fraley, magna cum laude. Mary Lauren Denise Brown. Haley Lynn Gilmore. Joshua Dean Hart. Andrew Cody Von Helens. Andrew David Bowling. Raleigh Elizabeth Thacker. Kristen Louise Kirchner. Jessica Lee Morris. Megan Danielle Shearer. Catherine Lindsay Murray. Callie Sue Philippi.
Last name's Rocky.
Zachary Ian Rocky, cum laude. Sean Christopher Denny. Matthew Elliot Mars. Brentley Tyler New. Justin S. Pierce. Sufien Buchiki. Michael Andrew Josephowitz. Logan Taylor Pence. Weston Clark Jenkins. Matthew Kevin Cecil. Jacob Dylan Ellison. Chris Smith. Jason Allen Henry. Christopher Lynn Meikle. Nathan Scott Austin. Jordan Bradley Conover. Kevin James Werschmidt, cum laude. Daniel Lee Abrams. Judy Lynn Burns, magna cum laude. Cynthia Ann Reynolds. Jessica Diana Grant. Dylan Keith Lakes. Benjamin Lee Pruitt. Logan Andrew Bicknell. Alice Marie Garrison. Caitlin Elizabeth Deercup. Cody Nicholas Bland, magna cum laude. Dan Beamer. Salem Nashnush. Janae Leque Parnell. Jeffrey A. Waits. Austin J. Gray, cum laude. William David Gordon. Zach Ryan Fowler. Aaron Jacob Eastham. Charles Mitchell Paul Vernon. David Nathaniel Dick. Lennon Richard Vera. Cheryl Boggs Fuller. Justin Thomas Wheeler. Associate of Applied Science, Joshua Allen Curtis. Zachary Seth Patrick Milam. Logan Thomas Williams. Associate of General Studies, Cheryl L. Gibbs. Emily Catherine Elliott. Ashley Nicole Jackson. Darren Rory Mason. Pamela Brooke Wilson. Robin Eugenia Hensley Tishan. Lehuanani Hannah Morgan. Holly Danielle Henderlight, magna cum laude. Stacy Michelle Lawless, summa cum laude. Brittany Nikia Hubbard. Camille Lee Baker. Sarah Shaylee Crawford. Whitney Grace Larkey. Lee Samantha Heath. Catherine Ellen White. Shauna Ray Broughton. Thelma Joyce Renfro Barnett. James Brent Holstein. Whitney Danielle Allen. Kayla Janelle Wagers, cum laude. Lonnie Payne Rotundi, cum laude. Vincent Angie Rotundi, magna cum laude. Catherine Taylor Wofford, magna cum laude. Kathy Lynn Howard. Monica K. Decker. Jennifer G. King. Chad Elliott Lay. Eric James Paycheck. Dana Christie Holt. Allison Rachel Howell. Kayla Paige Dooley. Valerie Lynn House. Wayne P. Roop III. Michaela Faith Compton. Morgan Ashley Robinson. Joseph Thomas Moeller, Jr. Aaron Brittany Bailey Norton, magna cum laude. Julie Marie Reeves. Emily Grace Thompson, magna cum laude. Anna Morgan Beard. Kira Henderson, magna cum laude. Cheyenne Dawn Jennings. Heather Elizabeth Walsh, magna cum laude. Catherine Leanna Laswell. Laura Lynn Wilder, cum laude. Christian Dion Shanks. Jesse J. Coyer. Renee A. Chappell, cum laude. Hannah Joy Zimmerman, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Godby, magna cum laude. Elise Nicole Kitchen, cum laude. Jacqueline Maureen Grummel, cum laude. James Daniel Overing. Lisa A. Trum, cum laude. Brittany Jodine Doom. Justin Anthony Riesenberg. Allison Louise Hovermail, cum laude. Megan Lee Jordan, summa cum laude. Devin Marie Foltz. Shauna K. Jones. Jordan Lee Henry. Keely Shea Holsinger, magna cum laude. Nicole Christine Donnelly, magna cum laude. Sarah Lee Short. Stevie Elizabeth King. Kathleen Kelsey Brewer. Caitlin Denise Thacker, cum laude. Catherine Grace Lewis. Jessica Nicole Likens. Malika Naquiba El Sadiq. Sarah Elizabeth Hertz. Julie Lynn Gilpin, cum laude. Megan Nicole Jones, summa cum laude. Emma Lauren Pointer, cum laude. Priscilla Angela Baxter, summa cum laude. Tabitha Bonnie Nicole Roberts. Tracy Lynette Stewart. Karina Gail Baker, cum laude. Alexandra May Elias. Holly Erin Cheney. Brittany Morgan Gilbreth, magna cum laude. Andrea Page Napier, magna cum laude. Sarah Catherine Browning, magna cum laude. Erin Michelle Adams, cum laude. Rachel Marie Newby. Brandy Renee Waller. Zachary Ryan Martini, summa cum laude. Emily Muir Granith. Corey Wayne Barnes. Elizabeth Ann Ferriello, cum laude. Allison Frances Borland, magna cum laude. Hannah Bowman. Catherine Rose Reynolds, summa cum laude. Bobby Lee Brooks Stewart, cum laude. Carl Matthew Guy.
That's you? No, that's his name.
Edward Llewellyn.
Yeah, he has a long name.
Mark Tyler Maynard, cum laude. Jessica Ellen Hartman. Emily Nicole George, cum laude. Brittany Ann Robbins, summa cum laude. Stephanie Marie Harp. Frances Evelyn Lee Hunley. Janae Michelle Johnston, cum laude. Melinda S. Wright, summa cum laude. Kelly Jean Holt McMain, summa cum laude. Miranda May Hines. Natalie Michelle Hatfield, magna cum laude. Brittany D. Shepard. Keisha Renee Lane. Madeline Louise Gallagher, cum laude. Brandy Margaret Woods, magna cum laude. Sarah Kathleen Morrow, cum laude. Christian Colleen Fife. Kayla Jo Marie Reed. Aaron Forbes Wood, cum laude. Abby Ann Nelson, cum laude. Melanie Leanne Alshire, magna cum laude. Joseph Thomas Hamilton. Amanda Brooke Conley. Michael Taylor Hill, cum laude. Sarah Michelle Kuzi, magna cum laude. Joseph Derek Schaus. Casey Elise Arnold, summa cum laude. Sarah Grace Holmes. Jacqueline McCall Chadwell, cum laude. Amanda Elizabeth New, cum laude. Cindy K. Cope. Donovan Scott Kearns, summa cum laude. Melinda Frances Kelly, summa cum laude. Paige Ann Charlesworth. Ray Farrington Dexter IV. Anne Marie Ehrman. Brittany Marie Stinnett. Valerie Faulkner Bentley. Kristen Brooke Williams. Danielle Carmen Walton. Kylie Brianne West, magna cum laude. Kara Elizabeth Metters. Allison Joan Metty, magna cum laude. Rachel L. Holbrook. Amber Nicole Speedy, magna cum laude. Ashley Sierra Friend. Whitney Mache Knox, cum laude. Virginia Ann White, summa cum laude. Contessa Amber Vick. Amelia Lynn Shu. Brianna Marie Owens, cum laude. Jessica Lee Denny. Kelsey Lee White. Linda Lindsay Page Sizemore, magna cum laude. Christina D. Creech, summa cum laude. Lauren Michelle Simpson, magna cum laude. Audrey Gail Regenauer. Elizabeth Ashley Bushy, cum laude. Amanda Ashley Gray, magna cum laude. Ashton Clay Goforth. Whitney Christian Nicole Venable, cum laude. Christina Renee Clark. Lindsay Renee Bowling, cum laude. Emily Jordan Kidd. Whitney Lynn Addington, magna cum laude. Marissa Beth Hillard, summa cum laude. Shelley Marie Stacy. Grace Danielle Bixler, magna cum laude. April Clarice Wiggins. Kendra Michelle Wilkinson.
Is that it?
I'm going to go off script for just 1 second here. And that, let me just tell you a couple quick things. Students, as they come out by, sometimes will whisper something to me here and there. And one student at the beginning looked at me and he pointed up to the top of the ceiling and he said, "Mr. President, it's time for the university to invest in a big-ass fan." So, Mr. Chair, that's duly noted. Also, I think we should give a big round of applause to Professor Stephen Higginbotham. That is a lot of names and a lot of pronunciation. I was taking my 2 kids to school yesterday, and my 7-year-old, on the way to Model, Truman said, "Dad, now tomorrow's graduation." I said, "That's right, Truman." He said, "How many are graduating?" I said, "Almost 3,000. He said, "Well, you're going to shake a lot of hands, aren't you?" I said, "Yes, I am, Truman." He goes, "I give you one piece of advice, Dad. Hand sanitizer." Oh, congratulations, graduates. This is a great moment. If you have not already done so, class of 2014, please move your tassel on your cap from the right to the left. Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Hudnall will now issue the military oath of office to Second Lieutenants Elizabeth Ferrillo and Christian Steen. At this time, would the parents of our commissionees and all our veterans please stand and remain standing for the oath of office.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Elizabeth Ferrillo,
Having been appointed as Second Lieutenant
have been appointed Second Lieutenant
in the Army of the United States,
in the Army of the United States,
do solemnly swear
swear
to support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I take this obligation freely
and I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Lieutenants.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Hudnall. I had the chance to attend the commissioning ceremony for all of our lieutenants yesterday, and it was one of the most inspiring experiences I've had, and I thank you for it. Alumni are so very important in the life of the university, and we are blessed at Eastern to have the loyal support of more than 135,000 alumni around the world. Dr. Tom Martin, President-elect of our International Alumni Association, will now offer greetings to our newest alumni.
Thank you, President Benson. This morning, graduates, you are joining a very special group of individuals, men and women from all over the world who have brought great honor to this institution by distinguishing themselves in their careers and in their communities. In your time here at EKU, I hope that in addition to your academic success and the relationships that you have cultivated for a lifetime, that you have learned the importance of service. It is my hope that as you go into your communities, you will give back with acts of service, that you will find opportunities to share with others how your great journey began here at Eastern Kentucky University, that you will be generous with your time, talents, and treasure to your EKU. That, as Horace Mann, one of the key figures in our nation's history, who argued successfully for universal public education over 250 years ago, he charged his students to, quote, be ashamed to die until you have won some victory for humanity. Now, spring 2014 graduates, please stand. By virtue of the degree conferred upon you by the faculty and the Board of Regents of Eastern Kentucky University, I hereby declare you to be members of the Eastern Kentucky University International Alumni Association with all the rights and privileges of membership. Congratulations and welcome. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. I'd like to extend to each of the graduates my congratulations and those of my colleagues. You depart this university with our best wishes and most sincere regard. You leave EKU a better place because of your service and achievements. I sincerely hope a bond has been formed between you and this institution. Your diploma is more than just a piece of paper. It is your ticket into the world of educated persons and an invitation to join for life the Eastern Kentucky University family. From this moment forward, the name, the traditions, the influence of this university are freely yours, just as your achievements, your successes, indeed the tenor of your entire life will reflect forever on EKU. To the class of 2014, you represent an incredibly minuscule portion of the world's population as college graduates. What this diploma does not mean is this, that you are inherently better than anyone else. What it does mean is that you have been granted an amazing opportunity to acquire knowledge and experience. What you do with this knowledge and your education is the ultimate barometer and will be the standard by which your life is judged. And finally, as you consider your academic accomplishment today, reflect on the words of the inimitable Mark Twain. He once wrote, quote, "When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years." So at the conclusion of today's ceremony, I would like each of you to find your mom or dad or another family member or friend, give them a hug of appreciation, and let them know how pleased you are that how much they've learned while you've been away at Eastern Kentucky University. Now, for one last time, let us recognize with a hearty round of applause Eastern Kentucky University's newest graduates. If you will kindly please stand now for the alma mater, led by the university singers, followed by the recessional. As the recessional begins, please remain standing until the platform party has left the arena floor. Thank you very much, and go Eastern.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, faithful guide of youth, holding high amid the darkness to delight and truth. Still above the skies attend thee,
I guess they were starting to hand them out and did it. Maybe.
Technically, you shouldn't have done that because it's probably just stabbed by the top.
Just make sure you don't cut that point.
Scooch these down like we did last time. Really?
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Thought we had our system down, man.
I'm sorry.
You've let me down.
Look at this.
Well, they have been there since Friday.